The female thug tied the man's hands and feet to the chair, then made him swallow an unknown pill. The man thought it was a painkiller and even thanked her. 3 minutes later, the man's skin turned red, his hair shiny, feeling as if he was high. Only then did he realize it wasn't a painkiller at all. The female thug wrapped tape around the man's eyes. Then she started to undo her own belt. She was preparing to use the wall on the man. What drove the woman to such madness? The woman's name is Ma Lina, and she works at a gas station. Because she's not attractive, even when she reminds customers not to smoke near the fuel pump, they tell her to get lost. She does all the dirtiest and worst jobs in the store without any complaints. When she sees a handsome guy buying something, she quickly tries to chat him up and recommends what she thinks is tasty, only for the guy to smile and walk away, tossing it aside. This leaves Ma Lina feeling a bit disheartened. Meanwhile, she watches Xiaomei practicing her hip exercises and starts practicing by the shelves herself. Xiaomei secretly takes a picture from behind, saying she'll show it to the customers later. At this moment, an old man walks into the store, saying he wants to give the pretty Xiaomei a small gift. Xiaomei directly kicks him out. The old man leaves the supermarket dejectedly. Ma Lina hurriedly follows him, saying this shoe store is great, just talk to me about it. The old man doesn't say a word, just gives a contemptuous smile. At this moment, a robber comes over, and seeing that the robber is quite handsome, Ma Lina approaches to chat him up. Just as the robber is about to make a move, a police car arrives, and the robber quickly goes into the store, constantly watching the police's movements outside. At this moment, Xiaomei comes over and asks if he needs help. Seeing him standing in front of the smaller umbrellas, she thought the robber was embarrassed to choose because he didn't know the size. Xiaomei glanced at the robber's lower part and proactively picked out the right model for him. While the two were checking out, a patrol officer entered the supermarket. The robber quickly lied, saying he needed to go to the restroom. The patrol officer was someone Ma Lina had been secretly admiring for a few days. While the patrol officer was checking out, Ma Lina kept taking photos with her phone, and when Xiaomei noticed, she got so excited that she dropped her phone on the ground. Just as the patrol officer stepped forward to speak, he received an urgent task. Xiaomei picked up his phone and saw it was full of photos of the officer from earlier. Xiaomei uttered some vicious words. Do you secretly watch that handsome officer every night when you get home? You're like a toad wanting to eat a swan's egg. I suggest you find a homeless man on the street instead. After the patrol officer left, Jia Pei showed his true colors. He wanted to rob all the money here. Xiaomei was putting money into the cash register. Marina said that this was not enough at all, the real big money was in the safe. If you're willing, I can help you get it. This left the robber a bit confused. The first robbery was this easy. Then, Marina opened the safe and filled a backpack to the brim. After that, she deliberately walked to the mirror, unbuttoned the top button, and lowered the neckline a bit. At this moment, a couple came into the store, and when they were checking out, the man asked for directions. Xiaomei wrote on a note for them to call the police quickly. But the note was snatched away by Marina. The place you're going is just one street away, go straight ahead and turn right. There's no need for any note reminders. After sending off the two customers, the robber came over to get the backpack. Marina, however, made a bizarre request. The man, on his first store robbery, encountered a kind cashier who not only helped him open the safe and fill the bag, but also insisted on going with him. Do robberies come with women these days? Jia Fei looked at the woman's appearance and disagreed, snatching the bag away. As Jia Fei was about to leave, Xiaomei started taunting him, saying that robbing two women with a gun doesn't make him a man. Jia Fei was furious at that moment and directly dragged Xiaomei out from the cash register. Then, I'll show you what a real man is. Jia Fei told Marina to lock the door and then hid in the bathroom himself. He took Xiaomei into the storage room. Listening to the sounds from inside the room, Marina felt even worse. She brought in a pot of boiling coffee and cried. She spilled it all over Jia Fei's face, and before he could react, she hit him again. During the whole process, Jia Fei's gun accidentally went off, unintentionally killing Xiaomei. While Marina was cleaning up the blood on the floor, Jia Fei woke up from unconsciousness to find Xiaomei's lifeless body. Jia Fei was extremely scared, and Marina didn't say a word, just helped him up. Why don't you want to take me with you? Jia Fei hurriedly changed his attitude, saying, I owe a lot of money to others. I don't want you to get hurt. I'm doing all this for your own good. Is this why you're willing to mess around with my colleague but not with me? The reason for taking me away was just because I was too angry and needed to vent. Besides, how could I believe a beautiful girl like you would be willing to go with me? Although I know I'm a bit handsome, I still can't believe it. Robbery and giving away women. After chatting for a while, Jeff said his face hurt and needed painkillers. Marina went to the front to get a few pills, and after returning, she gave them to Jeff. A minute later, the robber felt restless and his heart rate increased. He then realized it wasn't painkillers at all. Seeing the effects taking place, she taped the robber's face, then untied her belt. The robber refused to comply and accidentally bumped into the locker beside him, fell to the ground, and passed out. Marina took out a gun, saw the robber was completely still, put the gun back in her pocket, and prepared to leave with her bag. At this moment, a customer arrived at the door. Marina initially wanted to shoot herself but couldn't bring herself to do it. The customer saw her crying her heart out, but instead of asking why she was crying, he said, "With this time, you might as well make me a cup of coffee." Marina wanted to call the police, but at that moment, Xiaomei's boyfriend came over and asked why Xiaomei hadn't returned after work. Marina said she left right after work. The boyfriend called Xiaomei and found her under the Huo family house. Marina said she was taken away by a man and began to describe the kidnapper's appearance, which happened to match Xiaomei's ex-boyfriend. The boyfriend hurriedly went to find Valina and returned to the storage room, realizing they needed to deal with them quickly. The woman was running on the open ground behind the gas station, looking for a suitable place to dispose of the body. At this moment, a group of bikers arrived here. They were the robber's creditors, looking for him. Seeing the other side armed and unfriendly, Valina directly pulled out a gun. Unexpectedly, each of them had one too. Considering the heavy surveillance here, the leader didn't want to cause trouble and left with all his men. This reminded Marina, who quickly went to turn off all the surveillance cameras, just as she was about to smoke. To relax, she saw the no smoking sign at the gas station. She picked up a can of gasoline, intending to set the place ablaze. Just then, the patrol police arrived at the store. He saw the car the robber had stolen outside and wanted to check the surveillance to see where the robber went. Marina quickly said that only those with experience have the authority to adjust the surveillance. Officer Zahn called the gas station manager. Marina nervously reached for her gun. Fortunately, the manager couldn't come right away. Officer Zahn felt something was off with Marina and kept asking if she was okay. But Marina didn't trust him at all because she doesn't trust anyone now. Xu Jing planned to check the restroom, and Marina worriedly followed with her gun. If anything suspicious happened, he would shoot at any moment. Luckily, there was nothing in the room. Lin Dong gave Xu Jing a business card, telling him to call anytime if he had questions. How could there be no situation? Marina went to the storage room with her gun, but Jia Wei had already escaped from the ropes. Marina searched around but found nothing. Then, she spread gasoline everywhere and was about to leave with her backpack when there was a sudden noise outside. Her gun accidentally fell to the ground, and when she picked it up, it was covered in gasoline, making it unusable. He took out his lighter, and at that moment, the lights of the overtaking car suddenly went out due to a power outage. The room's door automatically locked. The robber reappeared, and just as they were arguing, Xiaomei's boyfriend returned. The robber took the opportunity to run out and block the back door with something. The robber told the boyfriend that Marina killed Xiaomei. Just as the boyfriend was questioning Marina about what happened, the robber strangled him from behind and then killed him with a gas pump. Xiaomei was terrified and quickly called the patrol officer to come as soon as possible. At this moment, the door was suddenly broken down by the robber. He slowly walked into the supermarket, checked the money in the bag, and picked up the gasoline-soaked gun. "If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have become a murderer. You even drugged me and almost ruined me. How can I show my face in the dojo now?" he said, raising the gun to kill Marina. But suddenly the gun caught fire and quickly ignited the gasoline on the ground. The robber was instantly engulfed in flames, screaming in agony. Marina picked up a fire extinguisher from the ground and sprayed it wildly, putting out the fire on her legs. When she limped out of the supermarket, both her legs were severely burned. At this moment, the patrol officer arrived and kindly helped her into the police car. The patrol officer showed her all kinds of care, and it turned out he was the person she had been looking for all along. The movie, Burning, ends here. This perfectly echoes that ancient poem. I searched for him thousands of times, and suddenly, when I turned around, he was there in the dim light. Simply put, in life, it's not that we lack boyfriends, but rather the eyes to discover them. Alright, if you want to see more great movie reviews, please follow me. Bye bye. Yeah.